win with 50.7, and Miami has the ball unless this thing gets overturned.
Tonight's attendance here at FTX Arena, 20,200, brought to you by Vivid Seats, where you earn rewards with every purchase. Vivid Seats Rewards is your ticket to more tickets. Vivid Seats, life happens live.
The challenge is being deemed unsuccessful. Boston will be charged their timeout. It'll be Miami ball in the backcourt.
So each team with a timeout, too, Mark. And if you're the Boston Celtics, I've said it over and over and over again, this kind of situation has gotten in your head in the past. They're 13-22 in the regular season in clutch games. They're 1-4 in their last 2 series in clutch games. They have got to find their composure right now.
The Celtics lead 98-93, 50 and 7/10 seconds left on the clock. Celtics are in the bonus. Miami's only committed 1 foul. They have a foul to give.
An eternity remains in this basketball game. No need to rush these possessions anymore if you're the Miami Heat.
Jimmy Butler, three-quarter court, will inbound, loops it into Bam Adebayo, who will bring it across the timeline with 49 seconds to go. Hand off to Strus, dribbling to his right, a fading 3 on its way, and it's good! Max Strus has the Heat within 2.
That is a big-time shot by a young man who is so tough.
37 seconds to go. Tatum in the front court, just inside a half. Strus defending, 10 to shoot. Tatum with a big right-hand dribble up to the three-point line, finds Smart with 5. Smart on the drive, up fakes, puts it off the window, missed it. Butler the rebound with 20 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. He's going for the lead of 3, missed it. Tipped out, Horford's got it. They got a foul with 13 seconds to go, and Smart is fouled by Bam Adebayo with 11.4 to go as Jimmy Butler went for it, down 2.
He sure did. Jimmy Butler today, 1 for 4 from 3. But I like the decision. I really do. He has been your best player all year. Nobody checked him. You're going to get a clean look at 3 with a guy retreating. I don't mind the shot because it's fast enough and it's your best player.
2-point game and Marcus Smart at the line. First free throw is good.
This is the big one, obviously, because if you're Boston, you can play your defense without worrying about it being a one-possession game.
And they have a foul to give as well. Marcus Smart, 23 points, 24 as he makes it a 2-possession game. Eric Spoelstra is going to use his last timeout with 11.4 on the clock, and the Celtics leading 100-96 in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Mark, we were talking when we started the game about the others, right? They needed somebody else to have a big night. Marcus Smart, 24 monster points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. Now, still plenty of time here. Miami will advance the ball. You can try to go for a quick 2. You can try to get a clean look at 3. If you're the Boston Celtics, if you foul, you do it on a downward dribble. If you're going to take that foul to give, no matter what, it's on the downward dribble, because you don't want anybody getting into any shot motion, and they call it a 2-shot foul.
Mark Kestisher, Doris Burke, Monica McNutt with you in Miami. Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The winner will head west to face the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals beginning next Thursday night here on ESPN Radio, also on ABC. Warriors waiting, watching, and listening, and the Celtics clinging to that 4-point spread as we're about to break the huddles here.
All starters except for Grant Williams on the floor, and again, that has everything to do with Robert Williams' physical health for the Boston Celtics.
Heat will break their huddle with Kyle Lowry, Victor Oladipo, and Jimmy Butler. Max Strus and Bam Adebayo down 4 with 11.4 to go and no timeouts remaining. And again, the Celtics have a foul to give here. Kyle Lowry waiting, front court, sideline left.
They may vacate the backside and lob to Bam if they can.
Lowry waiting on the ball from official Scott Foster. Has it. 5-second count is on. Gets it into Strus. Strus turns at the top. A long 3 is up. Front rim. Rebound attempted for. It's loose. And a loose ball foul. Scott Foster, the lead official at half court, says it is against Boston with 6.1.
That was their foul to give. Jason Tatum's 4th, 6.1 to go.
Side out of bounds once more with 6.1 on the clock and the Heat down 4. Now time, a major issue for the Heat here. Max Strus just grabbed the towel, wiped those hands in case he gets a chance at it. Lowry yet to be handed the ball, now has it. From the left side, Horford doing the jumping jacks defense. Lowry gets it into Strus. Strus contested 3. No good with 2 seconds left. Rebounded by Al Horford, who's finally going to the finals. The Boston Celtics need 7 games. They've defeated the Miami Heat 100-96. The Celtics win their 26th Game 7, and they're headed to the NBA Finals.
Mark, to have a 17-point edge, to be on the road and relinquish virtually all of that, to deal with a little bit of foul trouble, to be against a team that is so tough competitively, physically, mentally, to be absorbing body blows from Jimmy Butler. As Ime Udoka taps Jimmy Butler on the chest, nothing but respect for that great competitor. But how about the Boston Celtics? This is a team that was below 500 for a long stretch of the season. They were 21-21 after half the games were gone. Nothing has been easy as we watch Al Horford and Brad Stevens celebrate. What a performance by Jason Tatum. Wow.
I guess it's only fitting that the first Bob Cousy trophy goes to the Boston Celtics. As the Eastern Conference champs, we'll find out who the MVP of the series is. The Larry Bird MVP will be announced here, as well as the trophies are being put together. The white glove affair down at center court. Celtics hang on. You pointed out, Doris, many times, under 500, midpoint of season. Not great in clutch time games, and here they were down the stretch, their double-digit lead. They end up going wire to wire. Jimmy Butler had a chance for one lead change.
Right.
With about 15 seconds to go, he pulled up, and you mentioned, had a really good look at a three-pointer, didn't go. Boston hangs on to set up a Celtics-Warriors NBA Finals. Just
couldn't be more impressed with the resiliency of the Boston Celtics throughout the course of the year. And if you ask Jaylen Brown about it, Mark, he will tell you that early adversity, he thinks.
Williams loses the ball. Lowry has it. Gets it to Strus. Strus up the right-hand side. Gets it to Oladipo. He drives on Williams. Puts it up right hand and gets it in. It's a 7-point game. 1:21 to go. Tatum crosses the timeline. Gets it to Williams. They're moving the ball. Brown drives. Leaves it for Horford. He throws it out top to Smart. 3-ball. It bounces off. Max got it. Got it to Lowry. He drives on Williams. He gets it up and in. No timeout for Boston. They keep it rolling. Get it to Tatum. Inside a minute. 5-point game. Ball's in Brown's hands. He drives. He misses. An offensive foul.
Oh, Bam is down too. He got an elbow right to the face on that play, but Miami asking for that to be reviewed. That's going to be the 5th foul on Brown, and an interesting decision to actually shoot the basketball there instead of just using clock as you would think Boston would. Brown tries to take on Adebayo, picks up the offensive foul.
Timeout and a review requested by Boston. I haven't seen a replay on this one yet, Ruth, but just watching Bam's face as it got cracked on that play. We got the gathering of all 3 officials, Scott Foster, James Capers, and David Guthrie. We are the top officials in this association. Here's Scott Foster, the crew chief.
The timeout's being called. The sound's ruling on the floor.
Ruling being challenged on the floor, which was a offensive foul on Brown.
Bam got hit with the elbow before there was contact by Adebayo on Brown. If you're looking at the sequence of events, it's elbow to the face of Bam first. That caused him to collapse physically, and you could say that was a foul after the fact, but I think they got the call right.
This is one of those times when your face is not fouling, it's being fouled.
Yes.
It's sometimes a little bit different.
And what a swing of events here. 50 seconds is a long time. Miami gets the benefit here of the
challenge
timeout.
is being deemed unsuccessful. Also going to be charged their timeout. They'll be in line with the ball in the backcourt.
You got to roll the dice there if you're the Celtics coaching staff. See if you can get a little edge there. But unsuccessful on that challenge. So Celtics 98, Heat 93. 50.7 seconds to go. Heat Nation rising to their feet.
And the game clock will be reset to 52.4.
So a couple of seconds being put on the game clock. 52.4. Full shot clock. Heat ball. Side out of bounds. Far side. Butler, Adebayo, Strus, Lowry, and Oladipo. Jimmy inbounds to Bam. Bam wasted no time across the timeline. Leaves it for Strus. Strus fires a three. Knocks it down. Maximize. Fortify. Proper time for the daily allowance of Strus juice. That's his second make. It's a 2-point game. Celtics 98. Heat 93. 30 seconds to go. Tatum with the rock. Strus is on him. He moves it to Smart. Smart diving in. Into the paint. Bump fakes. Puts it up. Misses. Jimmy has the ball. Heat trail by 2. 20 seconds to go. Jimmy, the three off the front of the rim. It gets knocked away. They got to foul Smart, and they do. Smart getting all fired up off of the action on the foul. Everybody wants to calm everybody. As Jimmy had a look to win it. Didn't have numbers, but had a good look. Just off to the left. As Smart fires and makes the first. Celtics 99, Heat 96. Timeout for each team. And Coach Bolster, center court, getting it square with David Guthrie. What's going to happen? Make or miss. Got to grab the rebound off the miss, but it's a make. And it's a 4-point game with 11.4 to go. That's the last timeout for Miami. Down 4. Not impossible, but a tough scenario. We're talking makes and fouls and trying to get misses on the other end.
Wow. Miami, just the ability to come back and close the gap, to force it into the situation that they have right now. And like, you work the entire shot clock to get an open look. So Jimmy Butler finding an opening, in transition, you're probably not going to generate a better look if he slows that down and tries to execute in the half court. It's a great look, just didn't make it.
There have been no lead changes, no ties. Boston has had control throughout, their largest lead, 17. Miami had an 11-0 run to cut the lead to 2. It's a 4-point game now. Miami needs a bucket quickly. A good look. Try to trap it on the inbound. And then, if that's not successful, a foul.
And speaking of fouls, the Heat are not in the bonus. And so
right.
Boston has fouls to give here, which you have to be very strong with the basketball and anticipate they could use that.
So here we go. The inbound. Near side. Oladipo, Lowry, Strus, Adebayo, and Butler. Lowry will inbound near side. Gets it in to Strus. 3 ball. Off the front of the rim. Oladipo had it. It's gone. And there's a foul, and it's staying here.
Celtics foul, number 42.
That's foul is on Horford.
Team foul in the last 2 minutes.
And so, once again.
Credit Oladipo crashing the boards to force that call.
Yeah, he got fouled twice.
Yeah.
Tatum and Horford got him. So once again, another inbound opportunity. Lowry will do it. He inbounds to Strus, who fires up the 3. Doesn't go. Al Horford with the rebound. He throws it up in the air, and that's it. The Celtics are the Eastern Conference champions and will head to the NBA Finals, which start Thursday in San Francisco as they celebrate center court and win this game by 4. Game 7 on the road. Back-to-back Game 7 victories in these postseason for the Boston Celtics. Al Horford headed to his first finals. Had been 0 for 3 in his prior East Finals. 15 seasons. So congratulations to him.
What a battle. I mean, this entire series long. The two top teams fighting it out till literally the final buzzer here tonight. It wasn't pretty, but Miami just wouldn't ever go away. It didn't matter how much the deficit was able to close that gap to 2. Man, what an incredible season it's been for the Heat.
And now the Boston-themed Eastern Conference trophies, both MVP and for the conference, being assembled quickly at center court as the combatants, both Miami and Boston, congratulate each other on a hard-fought series and a super tight down to the finish end in victory for Boston as they head to the finals, and the Miami Heat head to the offseason.
Well, there's obviously both these teams strong competitive wills. There's a lot of respect between the players on this court, and you see that after the final buzzer, just understanding, you know, what a battle this has been. 7 games down to the wire here, 100-96, just a narrow margin for Boston to come away with this.
Tonight's call of the game is presented by UKG, official HR.
Grant Williams, out it comes to Lowry. Lowry with some desperation, top of the circle jumper is good. Miami within 11. 3:16 to go. Still some work to do. Celtics need a couple of more makes.
Why are you letting the ball? You need the clock going, Marcus. Pick the ball up.
Marcus Smart comes across half court.
No, you don't walk the dog now.
You're the one who needs to settle down.
No.
3 minutes to go in Game 7. Tatum straight away against Lowry. Moving to his right. Tatum, long cross court. Marcus Smart spins on Oladipo inside the free throw line. 12-footer, no good. Bounces out. Rebound, pinballed around. Miami's got it. Down by 11 with 2:47 to go. Here's Oladipo, offensive end. Smart back defensively. Oladipo, step back. 3 is in the air. No good. Rebound, thrown back down by Strus. It's a 9-point game. Clock rolling, 2:34 to go. Celtics staying calm, staying methodical. Tatum, offensive end. Grant Williams sets the screen. Tatum swings back to Grant right side. Holding it, now cross court. Smart wants it. His 3 is in the air. It rims out. Al Horford grabs the offensive rebound. New shot clock for the Celtics with 2:15 to go, leading by 9. Tatum sensing the finish line. Down the right side. Falls away. Kick out. Smart again for 3. Short. Front iron. And then Miami has the rebound. Bam Adebayo. Heat still alive. Adebayo racing up the left side of the floor. Steps through. Horford misses the layup. Rebound out of bounds. Oh, it looked like Lowry hit it. Now, Miami will get the ball unless the Celtics challenge. They still have their challenge if they want to challenge the out of bounds play. With 1:59 to go, leading by 9. Marcus Smart had a couple of shots for the knockout, but he missed. And Miami is still alive here. With 1:59 to go. Lowry on the under out of bounds. In safely. Oladipo runs back to the three-point line. Turns the corner, gets to 10 feet. His jumper is no good. Celtics jump for the rebound, and Tatum's got it. We're down to 1:49 to go. Boston by 9. Marcus Smart, offensive end. Tatum holding it. The basketball and destiny are in the hands of Jason Tatum right now with 1:38 to go in Game 7. The finish line is in sight. Tatum moving to his left. Jump pass for the cutter. Grant Williams in the paint. Stripped to the ball by Kyle Lowry. Lowry gets it away to Strus. Miami still alive. Lead for Oladipo. Oladipo attacks the paint. Runs into Grant Williams and then lays it in with the right hand. Lead is down to 7. 98-91. We're down to 1:19 to go. Smart gets it away to Grant Williams. Now Tatum in the front court. Lead for Grant Williams in the corner. Jaylen Brown drives baseline, throws to the far corner. Horford touches out to Smart. The three is in the air. It bounces out. Miami still alive. Down by 7 with 1:05 to go. Kyle Lowry into the offensive end. The drive on Grant Williams. Gets in deep and scores. And now, is Ime going to call the timeout? He's not. The lead is down to 5. He's going to let him play through it. 56, 55, 54 seconds ago. Tatum ahead to Jaylen Brown. Drives baseline, hangs in the air, puts it off the glass. Foul called
on Brown. Elbow.
Offensive foul on Jaylen Brown. And Miami is still alive. They can make it a 1-possession game.
They're trying to say they want to get a look at this.
Now Ime Udoka will use his challenge. There was no scenario, none, where this was going to be easy. 50.7 on the clock. If everything stands, Miami will have the ball down by 5. I told you the Celtics needed to get to 102, 103 to win this game, and they've been stuck on 98 for a while.
Marcus has had 3 looks at it.
He has.
Tatum has had a look at it. Brown has had a look at it. We're going to go as challenge to see here. Let's see. Yeah, that's an easy call. Hit him in the face with the elbow. Boom. They got him good.
So now it will come down to defense. And the Celtics were not patient late. The shots from Smart were open. You got to take them. Those are the shots that were available. But now the Celtics, if they're going to win a championship tonight, they're going to have to do it on the defensive end. It was always going to be that way.
As long as they don't give Bam any kind of free throws here with this, saying this is a flagrant. It should just be a common foul. But when I was saying about
unsuccessful, also be charged their timeout. It'll be Miami ball in the backcourt.
So as expected, foul on Jaylen Brown. So the Celtics now have not scored in the last 2 minutes and 45 seconds after taking a 13-point lead. It's down to 5 now, 98-93. And man, this is reminiscent of Game 7 against Lowry in Toronto 2 years ago.
No, this is what I said again when you talk about what's going on now. You got to milk that clock. When I was telling you about not picking it up, you don't let the ball, you don't walk the ball. Walk the dog when you need the clock needs to be moving in your head.
Now, the #1 defense in the NBA is 52.4 away from closing the show. They need another couple of defensive stops here. Miami is down by 5. If Miami scores here, they certainly do not have to foul. Let's see how fast they go. Inbound to Adebayo in the backcourt. They'll let Adebayo bring it up. Hand to Max Strus. Strus turns to the right side of the floor, launches a tough 3. Got it! Max Strus, 11 straight for Miami. And it's a 1-possession game, 98-96. Jason Tatum, pressured by Lowry, gets across half court safely. Strus guarding him, 33 seconds to go. Tatum, pounding it, shot clock already at 7. Tatum floats it to Marcus Smart. Smart, right-hand dribble, attacks the paint. Pump fake, forces it up, off the glass, no good. Rebound Butler. Miami with the ball, down by 2. 19 seconds to go. Butler for 3, short. Rebound, Jaylen taps it to Al Horford. Miami has to foul. Marcus Smart gets mugged across half court, and the clock stops with 11.4 to go in Game 7. Jimmy Butler had it on his fingertips. He had an open 3 for the lead, and a shot and a moment that will be replayed forever. Saw the shot hit the rim. The Celtics grabbed the rebound and now are free throws away from the NBA Finals.
This is crazy. I'm thinking right now, I'm looking at Jaylen. Instead of grabbing this rebound, he tapped it to somebody else. No.
The biggest free throws of Marcus Smart's life, and the first one is good. Eric Spoelstra has a timeout remaining. Will Miami be down by 3 or 4 with 11.4 to go? Deep breaths, everyone. Second free throw. Got it. Marcus Smart, as clutch as it gets. He hits the free throws. And now Miami is down by 4 with 11.4 to go. 100-96.
Well, what kind of play do you make now on your defensive end? You look at what you're doing right now defensively, of stepping up and watching a guy like Strus, who came out for a 3. that is the guy they're looking for coming off that play.
For 2.5 hours, Max, we've been talking about every play mattering. Every possession matters. There are a million of them in this game, hundreds to talk about and dissect. Right now, I'm thinking about the Max Strus 3 that got taken off the board.
Yeah, that would be one you take right off the board and you look at it. But possessions are always the key. Key possessions. I mean, Tatum can't go in. Right now, if you're the Celtics, you're sitting there, you're just hoping and you're praying right now instead of going through and making those plays.
Now, you have to defend the three-point line here because if you give up a quick 2, you can go back to the free throw line. It's just a matter of how quick it is. And you got to think about the different inbound plays. Erik Spoelstra is a master. And here is where the difficulty is for Erik Spoelstra, because to put the ball in the hands of your best player, Jimmy Butler is not a three-point shooter.
Well, can I tell you this? Another key there, Dr. Frankenstein. Celtics have a foul to give.
They do.
So if you're the Celtics right now, instead of shoes coming off shooting it, you can foul instead.
But you got to foul quick and don't let anyone go into a shooting motion. 11.4 to go in Game 7. Boston by 4. Kyle Lowry will trigger the side on a bounce with Al Horford watching. All year long, they have defended. All year long, they've won on the road. All year long, they bounce back. Can they hold for the final 11? It's inbound to Strus. Strus launches the 3. Short. Rebound. Batted around. Smart dives on the loose ball. He's got it. But they're calling the loose ball foul against the Celtics. Scott Foster from about 40 feet away calls a foul. Now remember, as Max just told you, the Celtics had a foul to give. So we're down to 6.1 to go with Boston leading by 4.
Boy, Strus stepping up there. Well, look at this rebound. Oladipo goes high. It was foul. They're looking for Strus right now. It's a three-point threat.
Feels like the whole world is watching right now. Kyle Lowry will trigger the inbound. Horford guarding it. Lowry's got to get this in. Does so to Strus. Strus launches a 3. No good. Rebound. Al Horford. The clock has hit triple zeros, and the ball ends up in the hands of Al Horford, who goes to the NBA Finals for the first time as one of the greatest road seasons in NBA history now has its signature moment. A road win in Game 7. A road win that sends the Boston Celtics home to the NBA Finals. The Celtics are Eastern Conference champions. The inbound from Lowry, one that doomed the Celtics in the bubble 2 years ago when OG Anunoby hit that 3, setting in motion a chain of events that would lead to Miami winning the Eastern Conference title. Embrace at center court. Grant Williams and Bam Adebayo, who've known each other since kids, since childhood in North Carolina. The Miami Heat may not have been as talented as the Celtics, but the experience and the grit and the brilliant performance of Jimmy Butler and the coaching of Erik Spoelstra and the Heat culture, which people joke about, was on display over the last 2 weeks, and they made the Boston Celtics earn this trip to the NBA Finals by taking them to the final seconds of the 7th and deciding game. The trophy is on the table at center court. Cedric Maxwell will present it to the Boston Celtics, and undoubtedly the MVP to Jimmy Butler in a series we will remember forever. This is the 22nd time the Boston Celtics have reached the NBA Finals. None of the previous 21 had a path like this to get there. Sweeping the preseason conference favorites in round 1, eliminating the defending world champions in 7 games, and tonight taking Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler, and the Miami Heat to the final seconds of Game 7. But the Boston Celtics, the NBA's best team in the second half of the year, have survived every crucible, and they have reached the game's ultimate stage, and the matchup we have waited for a half decade between the Celtics and the NBA's golden standard, the Golden State Warriors, is now a spectacular reality. The final score in Game 7, Boston 100, Miami 96. The Celtics are back in the NBA Finals, and we're back with much more on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Shaking Crab has been shaking up seafood since 2015 with their signature Cajun crab boil. Grab your friends and try their new seafood boil tray, or dive headfirst into pound after pound of fresh shellfish with their signature shaking sauce. You will get immersed in the food and be in the moment. For a limited time, Shaking Crab is offering mini boil combos. Check out 2021's top seafood combinations and 3 great mini combo meals. To see the menu and to find the nearest Shaking Crab nearest you, visit ShakingCrab.com. Bibs up, phones down. It's shaking time.
I'm Dave Rampone, president of Hart Engineering in Cumberland, Rhode Island. We were founded in 1941, and we've been in partnership with the Carpenters Union ever since. We work in biotech and pharmaceutical facilities. The work is very demanding. We use union carpenters because they're productive, professional, and work safely. To win work, we have to be the best at what we do, and the union carpenters make my company the best.
Build your business with the North Atlantic States Carpenters Union. Visit nasrcc.org.
ACP. There's clean, and then there's ACP Clean.
Are you happy with your building's janitorial services? If not, do what 98.5 The Sports Hub did and call ACP Facility Services. ACP is a certified minority business enterprise with over 30 years experience and clients spanning the Eastern Seaboard, specializing in Class A offices, schools, and universities, pharmaceutical validation, and retail space. ACP will tailor a cleaning solution that meets your specific needs. Go to acpcleaning.com. There's clean, and then there's ACP Clean.
Check out all the basketball playoff action at Apex Entertainment in Marlboro. 100,000 square feet of pure fun. For more information, go to apexentertainment.com.
98.5 The Sports Hub on the Celtics Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Homes for Our Troops, helping severely injured post 9/11 veterans rebuild their lives in custom-adapted homes. Log on to hfotusa.org to learn more. Cross Country Mortgage, who welcomes their new loan officer, Andrew Marquis, who's dedicated to getting it done. Call 617-763-0103. And Globalization Partners. Great companies need great teams. Hiring talent anywhere in the world is easier than ever with Globalization Partners. Go to globalization-partners.com and onboard your next MVP today. Thank you from the home of the Celtics. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Toucher and Rich mornings on the Sports Hub.
You want Smart to inbound it. It's your best inbound passer. These are the moments. If you know what's going to happen and you're listening to this game years later, don't tell us. Inbound to Tatum. He spins, gets to the elbow. His jumper right down the middle. Celtics by 10, 95-85. Tatum is rising to the challenge in a legendary moment. That's some old school Boston moments as Miami scored 11 straight points down the stretch to make it a 2-point game. Marcus Smart hit his free throws. Al Horford grabbed the final defensive rebound. And the Boston Celtics, who in the last 3 years were eliminated in the playoffs by Brooklyn, Milwaukee, and Miami, have beaten Brooklyn, Milwaukee, and Miami to go back to the NBA Finals for the first time in 12 years. The trophy is down at center court. We're going to join the ceremony as soon as it begins, and you'll hear a familiar voice.
Of the Bob Cousy Trophy awarded to the NBA Eastern Conference champions, and the new Larry Bird Trophy awarded to the Eastern Conference Finals Most Valuable Player. Please welcome ESPN's Lisa Salters.
Thank you. The Eastern Conference Champions Trophy was recently named after one of the greatest Celtics of all time, the Houdini of the hardwood, Bob Cousy. Now here to present the trophy to the Boston Celtics is two-time NBA champion and 1981 Finals MVP, Celtics legend, Cedric Maxwell.
Lisa, first of all, it would be disrespectful if we did not acknowledge Miami. That's a hell of a club over there. They played great. Now, how about them damn Celtics? On behalf of the Boston Celtics, I am getting this trophy right now for the Eastern Conference guys who just won it, and I'm handing it over right now to the old man.